Greetings, friends. Let's journey with just some very unhurried, restful yoga this morning. And this might work to start your day or to unwind at the end of the day. As we come to a restful place upon the earth, allow yourself to settle and sink. Maybe close the eyes, and we'll just take some easeful breaths. We'll start and end our practice from a place of stillness and of calm. A place to breathe and to draw inwards. Leave the noise and the busyness of the outside world outside. For now, we'll pay a little attention to this universe within. Allow yourself to listen. Listen to the body as it settles and relaxes. Listen to any areas that might need a little extra patience or love today. Listen to the rhythm of the breath. Just when you feel ready to do so, maybe we'll wiggle fingers and toes. And we'll just soften the knees and we'll hug them in towards us, so we're creating a little tuck. And you can bring any little movement here that you like. So we may bring the hands upon the knees and just take some nice circles or sways side to side. Maybe taking a few circles with the knees one way, and a few circles with the knees the other way. And if you feel inspired to wiggle the toes or circle the feet, you're welcome to do that too. From here, what we'll do is we'll take both hands around the right knee and draw it inwards and extend the left leg flat along the ground. So we're hugging that right knee in for a moment, giving a little squeeze inwards. And then from here, taking hold of the right knee in the right hand, we'll just open the knee to the right. So you're gently opening from the hip like you'll open the page of a book. So gently easing, opening through the hip socket. Bring in any support of cushions or blankets if you need them. Just giving ourselves a chance to breathe and to settle into each pose. No rush, no hurry. Really slow and calm this morning. From here, as we draw the knee back to the center line, we'll swap hands. So we'll take hold of that knee in the left hand as we draw it over the center line of the body. So the right hip will lift off the ground as we create this twist through the lower back. And maybe your gaze falls to the right if that's comfortable. And the shoulders still settled into the earth. From here, as we draw the knee back to the center line, we'll just take the hands around the back of the right thigh so we can extend through the leg and just get a nice little stretch through the back of the leg, and any little movement with toes or feet or ankles, you're welcome to enjoy a little bit of free movement of the feet. And then just to finish, we'll soften the knee and we'll hug it back towards the heart. So we'll finish this little movement as we started. And then we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So let's draw the left knee in. We'll give it a nice hug towards the heart, squeezing it in. And then taking hold of left knee and left hand, we're going to open like the page of the book. And it might be the knee rests on a cushion. It might be that we bring the foot to the earth. It'll depend on what feels most comfortable for you. And as the knee comes back to the center line, we'll take the left knee into right hand and cross the knee over the center line of the body so the hip will lift off the ground. Again, coming into this lovely spiral twist through the low back. And gaze can fall to the left if that's comfortable. And from here, as we draw the knee back to the center line, we'll bring the hand behind the thigh and just think about extending through the leg. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. We're just finding that stretch and adding in a little movement that we wish. And then once again, softening through the knee and just drawing that knee in towards the heart, giving a little hug inwards. And we're going to draw the right knee in as well. So we'll come back to our little tuck shape with any little movement that feels nice. When you're ready, we'll release the soles of the feet to the earth. And just easily rolling to our comfortable side in our little yogi recovery pose and drawing up. We're going to come to an easy seat, so take your time to cross the legs, sit on any cushions you wish. Allowing the sit bones to settle into the earth, to rise tall through our center. And just to breathe in Sukhasana, easy seat. You might want to close the eyes or let the gaze be soft. And as we inhale, we'll sweep the arms to the sky, reaching tall. From here, we'll release the right hand to the earth and take a nice side stretch. Gaze can go wherever you like, so up to the sky or to the earth. Lovely side stretch through the body, easeful as we wish to be. Away a little bit to take it further, or keep the hand close to the body to support you if that's what you need today. We'll rise up tall once more and we'll take it over to the other side. Take your time, no rush, no hurry. As we rise up once more through the body, we'll sweep the hands to the sky. We're going to hinge forward into a lovely forward fold. Take your time here to allow the head to hang heavy. As we settle into this lovely easeful fold, know that if it's not right for your knees or ankles, you can always extend the legs out in front of you. Or you can bring support underneath the ankles just for some softness, to find that comfortable place. We'll gently rise through head and heart, so we'll come back to upright. And then from here, nice and tall through the torso, we're going to take a spiral twist. So we'll take our left hand on the outside of right knee, right hand on the earth behind us, and we'll just spiral, heart, shoulders, gaze round to the back of the room or to the side of the room. When you're ready, we'll unravel and we'll take it round to the other side. We'll come back to center. And then what we'll do from here is we're going to come to a tabletop position. So we're going to come to all fours. Take your time to get comfortable if you want to bring any support underneath your knees or tuck in your top like I'm doing. And then from here we're going to move through some cat-cow movements. On the inhale we flex the spine in, turban and crown to the sky. And on the exhale we flex out, turban and crown to the earth. And we're just going to roll through with our breath in our own time. Flexing forwards and backwards with the breath. Moving with that easeful rhythm. Let's take one more lovely flexion inwards and one more lovely flexion outwards. And then just when you're ready, we'll come back to a neutral spine. So we'll just come back to the tabletop position. From here, we'll take a little balance. So what we'll do is we'll ground the hands into the earth. We're going to extend the right leg behind us. So imagine you're trying to stamp the sole of the foot on that wall behind you. And just when you feel ready to do so, we can extend the left hand. So it's right leg, left hand, opposite sides. We'll take a breath or two. Drawing that tummy button in towards the spine to switch on our core. Beautiful. So from here, we'll gently release the hand and the knee back down to the earth. And we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So let's extend left leg, and if you want to, right hand. A few slow and steady breaths to find that balance, find that strength. And once again, releasing slowly and easily hand and knee to the earth. From here, once again, grounding the hands into the earth, we're going to tuck the toes, we're going to lift the hips, we're going to come into our beautiful downward facing dog. If you wish to, you can take that little pedaling movement with the feet, as if you're on a little stepping machine. Or if you prefer to be still, feel free to be still. We're going to take a few easeful breaths in the down dog. As we ground hands and feet to the earth and shine the tailbone up towards the sky. Open the heart towards the toes, making this beautiful triangle. And then from here, with a softness in the knees, slow and controlled, we're just going to journey the knees down towards the earth. So we'll release the knees to the ground. Then from here, we're going to sink the bum back onto the heels. We're going to come to a lovely extended child's pose. So untuck the toes, Sink bum back onto heels. Reach the hands forward and rest the forehead on the earth. Beautiful. And breathe. Sinking and settling into the earth here. From lovely child's pose, we'll soften through the shoulders. We'll bring the hands underneath the shoulders to lift through head and heart. And then what we'll do from here, if it's comfortable, we're going to sit back on the heels. So we'll bring the knees together, we'll sit back on heels, tall through torso. We interlink the hands behind the back and just straighten the arms. And you can draw the arms away from the body or keep them close to the body. Just taking some lovely breaths here as we open through heart and shoulders. You can have a little movement if you like, if you want to have a little sway with the head or the shoulders. Just finding that space, finding that ease this morning. And as we gently release the hands, what we'll do is we'll come to our bums. So we'll sweep the legs around. We'll bring ourselves to the earth. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. So we're going to come into our cobbler's pose. So take your time to allow the knees to fall out. You can take hold of ankles or toes or feet. And we're starting by just rising tall through the spine, opening through the hips. And then option just if you wanted is to hinge from the hips, drawing the heart down towards the feet. So we're coming into a lovely forward fold. You don't have to come into the fold if that feels too much today. You can stay upright and just work with the hips. You're welcome to take the feet a little further away from you to create a little more space. Take your time to settle, to find your version of this pose. And if you're folded forwards right now, let's gently rise through head and heart. So we'll come back to upright. We're going to leave the soles of the feet together in that cobbler's pose, but we're going to come into the reclining version now. So take your time to find the space behind you. We're going to lay down upon the ground, soles of the feet still together, knees falling out either side. And if it's comfortable, we're going to rest the hands upon the earth, or you can rest the hands on the body if you prefer. Maybe we're connecting to the ground here. Maybe we're connecting to our breath. Whatever intuitively feels like the place you want to connect to as we settle here. Gentle passive pose, opening through the hips, settling into the earth. A lovely place to breathe. And we're just going to move gently from this lovely reclining position into the place within which we'd like to take our Shavasana, our closing meditation. So you might be perfectly happy to stay here. You might want to extend the legs along the ground. Whatever feels most comfortable for you, feel free to give yourself a moment to find that place that feels restful and easeful. Find that place where we can return to the breath and to the earth, to find a little restfulness, to find a little quiet before the busyness of the day begins, and to connect to a little bit of that peace we can cultivate within and carry with us through the day. Allowing the body to sink and settle, soften and calm, and the breath to be easeful and unhurried as we just take a peaceful minute here. And so, my beautiful yogis, perhaps the next inhale is a little longer, a little deeper than the last. Maybe we wiggle fingers and toes. Just when you feel ready to do so, we'll gently bend the knees and pop the soles of the feet on the floor. And we'll roll to our comfortable side in our little yogi recovery pose. Again, just when you feel ready, we can rise to an easy seat. Just coming back to that Sukhasana, that easy seat for a moment, for a breath or two. And to finish our practice, we're going to take a lovely deep inhale. We're going to sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. We're going to bring the palms together. We're going to exhale the hands to heart center in prayer. And from here, we can gently open the eyes into ourselves and each other. We say Namaste. Thank you for joining me, my darlings. Have a beautiful day.